Blockchain Brawlers PvP is really good, and in this video I'm going to go ahead and show you how to play. Just to kind of let you know, pretty easy to get hooked on this. Fun game that has lots of different strategies, and if you like card type games, you'll love this. I've come from a Magic background, from Hearthstone, WoW TCG, poker, you name it, and I played it when it comes to cards, except maybe Pokemon. But you can get an idea of the aspect from these types of games, and is kind of what you're going to do here, but it also kind of goes against some bluffing. So you have to be able to bluff in this game and make some cool moves. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some matches. We're going to go through and give you a better idea of how the Blockchain Brawlers PvP works so you can crush. As always, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a gamer, so please do your own research. I want to thank Blockchain Brawlers for sponsoring this video. It is a lot of fun playing this game, and I definitely recommend getting into it and having some fun. Just to kind of give you a quick overview before we get started, basically you have cards, and in the game you have a face-up card, which is called setup card, and then a face-down card, which is your slam card. The two cards have to go ahead and equal a higher number, and whichever player gets the higher number usually wins. Now, there's a few other things. You can also win if your opponent folds or if some flexing occurs, which we're going to go ahead and talk about flexing as we kind of break into the game. But basically know that the main aspect is you put a card down, and then you put one of equal or higher value is the normal way. And then if you want to flex, that's putting a high number and then putting a lower number. If you're doing that, which is basically you bluffing in the game, they have a chance to go ahead and call or not. If they fold, you win, and you might even get some multipliers. Really nice, depending how you go ahead and stack your cards. It may sound a little confusing, but once I show you some examples, you'll have a great idea. The numbers go from 1 to 8. So you're dealing with cards 1 to 8. Here's what the current game looks like, and you just want to go ahead and choose Brawl Now. To play, you'll need a Wax Cloud account, 11 total cards, numbers 1 through 8, 1 attack, 1 taunt, 1 finisher, and 1 brawl card. They also do have starter packs in the viral market. Here is a quick look at what the starter packs look like so you have an idea. And now we want to go ahead and get into a game and show you some ideas of how this all works. So once we choose Brawl Now, we'll have a choice of rooms. We're just going to do the main room and go. Now it's my turn first. I'm going to go ahead and start with a normal hand. Usually if you're going to try to cheat someone, you want to do it in the first two hands. So we're going to do 1x because our cards aren't the greatest. But he's saying he is 8-8. So he would need another 8, or he's flexing, and I think he's flexing. And he is. So because he's doing that, he automatically loses if he flexes and I play a hand. Now we're going to play a lower hand. We're probably going to get beat here. We're probably going to fold, because folding is smart when you know you're going to lose. You just hope they're not flexing, which he is. When you're flexing with a card that's a 1 or a 3, it also adds more to your power meter, 2 more. So his power meter is really going to move up because he got 1 for winning the match and 2 for having that 3. The power meter is very important. So right now, let's go ahead and go with a 6-8. I think that's pretty solid. He's been playing some high cards. See how it goes. We're going to go 3x, try to scare him away. And if he follows suit, he's probably going to lose. And it looks like he did match my bet. So you have a chance to bet 1 time, 2 times, or 3 times, or fold. And he did go ahead and matched it. So I take my 3 times and multiply it by my power meter, and that's how much I hit him for, which is... The big thing is his power meter now breaks and starts back at 1. Might sound a little confusing, but you'll get it as we go through some more hands. We're doing 1-1 here. We're just going to fold. What we're doing right now is just trying to recycle our cards. When you do that, when you put 2 bad cards down, you're going to get 2 cards in its place, plus be folded, so we get an extra card. Good way to get some good cards. We definitely got this, but we're going to do 1x because we don't want him to fold. We want to break his power meter. So he's at 4 right now. He's probably going to go through and take some damage here. So it's just 1 times 3 on my power meter. He gets hit 3, but his power meter restarts. The smart thing is to try and get your power meter as high as you can. So now he's 7 here, which is going to be a fold for me. Unfortunately, he could be going through and flexing. I would in his current situation. He is losing the round right now. But we're going to take it easy because we're at 4x. Now let's go ahead and do... let's do 8-8. He's showing a 1, so I should do 1, but I'm going to try to do 2. They're playing the bots, so we can probably take advantage of it. And we'll go ahead and do that. Finisher. And 8 damage. Boom. Good call because he was playing a 7. So he was hoping we were flexing because the only card we could have was be an 8 to not flex. We had. So we're going to be paying attention to his HP. He's got 7 life left. Our power meter's at 5. So if we can get 2x the damage, that would hit him for 10, and that would finish the game. So we're going to try to do 2x here and sneak it through. He's at 4. Okay, good. He was trying to flex. He takes the damage, and he's donezo. So that's great. We went through and won the first match. There's a lot to this, but then again, there's a lot of strategy. Like as you play more and more, you'll kind of continue to see what you want to do. We're going to play another match against the bot, and then we'll do one more after this against a real player. Remember in the beginning, if you can, you want to flex. These are not good cards to start. These are terrible cards. We're just going to do 1-3 for some reason, and this is tough. Like, I don't know. Let's try a 1x and see what happens, because if we would beat him, we would really get a nice power meter, though I doubt we will. He folded, which is good, so we kind of tricked him. Plus, we're going to get that 1-3 power meter, so that's going to take us to 6 on the power meter. We are crushing, and we just started. Now we got a 1-2. We have to fold, because if we play it and we lose, our power meter goes back to 1. And having a power meter at 6 right now is huge. So I don't mind taking 1 damage, here and there. However, their power meter is starting to rank up too, so we need to be careful, especially since our card's kind of bad. This is we're doing very good for our cards so far. I think this is going to have to be a fold. I mean, could he be flexing? Maybe. I think he's flexing. I'm going to try calling it. It's not a move I would usually make, but it just seems a little fishy, like he's just trying too hard right now. And he is flexing, so his power meter breaks and he takes 6 damage. Now, if he wasn't flexing, his cards just had to beat 10. So if that was a 6 and a 6, I would have been done. I would have been hit hard. So I think this might be a recycle one, and then we could probably go for the finish soon after that. Well, let's go 1-2. He's playing a high card. Again, he could be flexing, but I'm not going to take a chance. He is, but at least he's not using a 1 or 3, so his power meter is only going to go up by 1. I'm going to also have the Medium article linked if you want to read more about it. If you are a little confused with what I'm saying right now, you may want to pause this, read that more, and make sure you understand it. But I think as you play it and you see how it goes, it gives you a good idea. We're doing 8 and 8, so we won because he doesn't have an 8. We're going to do 3x. He did 2x. The reason we're doing 3x is because our power meter's at 7. He has 18 life. So if we get a 3x with him, We're going to hit him for 21 and he's going to be gone. And that's exactly what happened. He went 2 and I went 3. So because I went with 3 with the multiplier, it was up to him. He could move from 2 back up to 3, or he could fold. And he decided to match me because he was thinking, there's no way this guy has 8-8. He's just trying to take advantage of me. And he was wrong anyway. Sometimes you want to make it look like you're, not telling the truth. All right, let's do another one. This time we're going to do real players. We're going to give this a shot. This is my first game against a real player. However, I played a lot of the other games to get good at this, and it's fun. Right now, you're not playing for Brawl Token, but there will be staking a Brawl Token in the future. They want to make sure they get everything right, so they're slowly ramping up with the features. I think this will be pretty awesome, especially because it could go any way. So here we got an interesting hand. We could do 3-3 and kind of throw it away, or we could do 7. Yeah, let's try 3-7 and see what happens. He went with a 2, so unless he has an 8, we're pretty good. But we're going to do 3x on the bet and see what he does here. We might be able to scare him away, and then we get a multiplier, because if you play a 1 or a 3, your power meter goes up 2. He did fold, which is good. Would have been even better if we would have played 3-3, but it is what it is. Our power meter is now up to 4 already. Now we need our setup card. Again, this is going to be the card that they're going to see. And then our slam card is the second card. They don't see that one. Once we have it placed and we see theirs, we choose what we do. And we're folding this hand. We have a 4 power meter. We're cycling through 1 and 2. So we're going to get 2 cards to replace that, plus 1 more card because we folded. Now we're up with 4 cards, and it's a nice jump up. You want to try to do those throwaway hands and time it when you think they're going to play good cards. If you can do that, you make, it goes twice as good for you. So we're going to go 1x. He could be flexing here. He could be rocking a 4-4, 4-5. If he has a 4-7 or 4-8, just going to get us. He went 3x. So now he's trying to get us to fold. I'm going to go ahead and just do that. Okay. We actually had him. He went 3x on that, which was really high. So now we know what type of player he is a little bit more. You get a little bit of information. You just got to remember that. If he's a really good player, though, he's going to keep switching it up. So we still have our 4 power meter. This is a great hand to go 8-8 because it's going to make it look like we don't have it. It goes 1, which is unfortunate. So we might want to just do 1x. That way we can break his power meter, because if we do 3x, we're going to scare him away. There's always a chance he could also go 2 or 3x. He went 2. I'm fine with that. Let's do it. Because he's just going to lose more hit points because of that. Because you start, you get hit. So now we hit him for 8 damage instead of 4, because he wanted to do 2x. I'm glad that was a good hand for us, because 1 and 3, not that I would really get scared of it, but those are, good cards to get things going. I don't think it's time to go for the fill yet, so let's go and do another throwaway hand. And he's got a 6, which is great. He's probably using better cards. If it's a flex, oh well, but I don't think it's gonna. I'm wrong sometimes too. Ah, perfect. It was not a flex. So he does 1 damage. His power goes up by 1. And we are golden. Do 6-7. Remember, he's at 16 HP. We're always looking at that to pay attention to where he's at. We do 3x. We would hit him for 15. Leave 1 hit point. This may scare him away. I'm trying to make it look fishy, like I don't have a high card. But he did go ahead and fold, so we hit him for 5. We need to get a good deal to be able to finish him off next. Now we're at 6, so now we need a 2x. So if we get a 2x multiplier on this, that'll hit him for 12. Will be pretty good. Let's see what he gets here. 5, that's perfect. The best card he can have is an 8, which would tie us. So we want 2x because that's all we need to finish him off. We don't want to do 3x because that'll really scare him off. He had a 6. We're doing 12 damage to him. And he's getting knocked out with my slam card. And that is the games. And that is me being a winner. The deck itself is 32 cards, and they are shared between you and your opponent, ranging from numbers 1 to 8, as you've noticed. And it's nice because it is shared and it's also recycled. So if you are discarding those cards, you can pick them up again. That is the main idea of PvP for Blockchain Brawlers. Again, I'll put a link down below if you want to go into detail, which I pretty much went over everything. Flexing can get a little involved, so I did put some stuff in there. If 2 people both flex, it's whoever has the highest card number will win. And that's an important thing to know because sometimes people flex a lot. Sometimes that's a good thing. Because if you flex once, they're like, you're less likely to flex again, a lot of people will think. So you really have to use some strategy, but you will get it. Play the bots for a while, get good at it, and then move on to real players. Links are down below if you want to play, and thank you for the view.